As new revelations continue to send shockwaves throughout the entertainment industry, it seems the walls are closing in on Diddy as more celebrities come forward with chilling details. Among the latest is Snoop Dogg, shedding jaw-dropping secrets about his time under Diddy's roof. Known as a fellow veteran in music and one of Diddy's longtime rivals, it is believed that Snoop is more than happy to see Diddy put away for good. Some of the allegations against Diddy have even led to his closest friends abandoning him. Having been in the industry for as long as Diddy, Snoop Dogg allegedly knows many hidden secrets about the Bad Boy founder. Here are the full details. Before we delve into the revelations, we need to explore the root of Snoop Dogg's deep-seated hatred toward Diddy. Snoop Dogg's animosity towards Diddy can be traced back to the infamous East Coast-West Coast hip-hop rivalry of the 1990s. This conflict wasn't just about music, but was rooted in intense competition and hostility between artists from Diddy's Bad Boy Records on the East Coast and Suge Knight's Death Row Records on the West Coast, where Snoop Dogg was a key artist. Death Row Records, home to legends like Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and Tupac, dominated West Coast hip-hop. On the East Coast, Diddy's Bad Boy Records, with artists like the notorious B.I.G., Lil' Kim, and the entire Junior Mafia, became their main rival. What started as a battle for chart supremacy quickly turned personal, with each side feeling that the other disrespected their respective cultures. For Snoop Dogg, Diddy and Bad Boy represented a style of hip-hop that clashed with the West Coast's street-centric style. During this period, Wendy Williams, a prominent radio host on Hot 97, fueled the tension by spreading rumors about Diddy's personal life. She hinted at Diddy's alleged homosexuality, coining the term homo thugs to describe rappers who, she claimed, were pretending to be straight and gangsta to avoid backlash in an industry where being gay was highly stigmatized. Wendy's assertions fed into the broader narrative of the East Coast-West Coast feud, adding another layer of controversy to an already volatile situation. One pivotal moment in the East Coast-West Coast rivalry occurred at the 1995 Source Awards when Suge Knight took a direct shot at Diddy during his acceptance speech. Knight's infamous line, inviting artists to join Death Row if they didn't want their producers all up in the videos, was a pointed jab at Diddy, who was known for his frequent appearances in his artists' music videos and hit songs. West Coast artists, including Suge Knight and Snoop Dogg, viewed this as intrusive and self-serving, creating further division between the two camps. At the same event, Snoop Dogg reinforced Knight's sentiment by rallying support for Death Row Records and openly challenging the East Coast. His speech signified a public escalation of the rivalry. The tension between Bad Boy and Death Row continued to build, culminating in the tragic murders of Tupac in 1996 and the notorious B.I.G. in 1997. Tupac, who had become a close friend and collaborator of Snoop, was a central figure in the feud. Following Tupac's murder, Snoop's resentment toward Diddy intensified. He believed that the conflict between their labels played a role in the violence that claimed Tupac's life. In later years, Snoop Dogg made claims suggesting that Diddy might have been involved in Tupac's murder, citing the fierce competition between their camps. Though these accusations remain controversial and lack hard evidence, they reveal the lasting bitterness Snoop held toward Diddy. While there have been moments of apparent reconciliation between the two, Snoop has continued to voice disdain for Diddy's flashy, commercial persona. For Snoop, who values street credibility and his connection to West Coast culture, Diddy's approach to hip-hop represented the commercialization of the art form, a departure from its authentic roots. In the wake of Diddy's indictment, preceded by a raid on Diddy's residence, the air is thick with speculation and rumors. Whispers of secret tunnels, hidden chambers, and encrypted files have captivated the public's imagination, fueling theories that damning evidence might soon come to light. As Diddy's world seems to unravel, many are now looking to Snoop Dogg, rumored to be next in line to reveal shocking secrets about his time spent around Diddy. Snoop, who has long maintained a public facade of camaraderie with Diddy, is reportedly preparing to speak out. Insiders close to Snoop suggest he's harbored a deep-seated disdain for Diddy, believing that those who engage in harmful actions should face consequences. Despite the outward appearances of friendship, it seems that Snoop's true feelings about Diddy are far more complex. What's especially fascinating in this unfolding saga is Snoop's personal evolution. Once deeply immersed in the gangster lifestyle, Snoop faced serious legal trouble, including being charged with accessory to murder, a case in which he was ultimately acquitted. However, he's undergone a significant transformation in both his personal life and his approach to the world around him. Reflecting on his journey, Snoop has spoken openly about his shift from responding to hate with more hate to instead choosing love. In interviews, Snoop has shared how this newfound mindset extends beyond his personal life and into his artistry. He acknowledges that his views on women and relationships have evolved, moving away from the objectification common in the early days of his career to a place of respect and appreciation. This transformation reflects a broader change in Snoop's worldview, suggesting that his potential revelations about Diddy may come from a place of accountability and a desire for truth. Snoop Dogg's personal evolution has shaped his advocacy for gun violence prevention, notably through his collaboration with his daughter, Corey B., on the song No Guns Allowed. Drawing from his past experiences, Snoop uses his platform to address the pervasive issue of gun violence, encouraging others to choose a more peaceful path. This marks a stark contrast to the increasingly disturbing allegations surrounding Diddy, whose personal life is unraveling with a disturbing litany of accusations. As more stories emerge, the image of Diddy as a figure of power and influence, shielded from accountability, becomes clearer. The accusations against him portray a man indulging in self-interest, substance abuse, and manipulation, leaving behind a trail of trauma that spans decades. From the founding of Bad Boy Records in 1993 to the rise of his media empire revolt in 2013, Diddy's ascent to fame and fortune seems inextricably linked to a darker, more sinister pattern of behavior. Perhaps the most shocking of these accusations surfaced in November 2023, when Cassandra Cassie Ventura, Diddy's former girlfriend, filed a lawsuit against him. In it, she details years of abuse, including coercive control, forced drug use, and physical violence. Cassie's lawsuit paints a horrifying picture of a relationship rooted in fear and manipulation, where Diddy allegedly beat her and hid her in hotel rooms for days until her bruises and injuries healed. Adding to the gravity of these claims, producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones came forward in February 2024 with his own lawsuit, accusing Diddy of a year-long campaign of assault and harassment. Jones's lawsuit named other prominent figures in the entertainment industry, including Diddy's son and executives from Universal Music Group, suggesting a wider web of complicity and silence. The collective scope and scale of these allegations portray Diddy as a central figure in a deeply troubling environment, leading some to label him the Epstein of the rap industry. Many former associates and artists who have worked with Diddy have expressed discomfort about being around him, particularly due to his erratic behavior when intoxicated and his controlling nature. One striking example of this was during an interview on Drink Champs, where Diddy made a suggestive comment to another man, referring to him as "daddy" in a sexual manner. Rapper Fabulous, visibly uncomfortable with Diddy's behavior, tried to avoid engaging directly with him during the awkward conversation. This is not an isolated incident. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, revealed that Diddy once made a shocking statement saying, "If I can make a man suck my privates, I can make people do anything for money." This statement highlighted Diddy's addiction to exercising power and control over those around him. Snoop Dogg has also dropped bombshells about Diddy's infamous parties, where rumors of bizarre and inappropriate behavior have circulated for years. These extravagant events, costing millions of dollars and attended by over 1,000 guests, often come with strict dress codes and endless supplies of alcohol and drugs. But it's not just the excess that has people uneasy, it's the unsettling nature of the events. Many in the industry claim that Diddy uses these parties to act out his wildest sexual fantasies, with no regard for secrecy. The thought of being forced to partake in such activities, particularly given Diddy's rumored preference for experimenting with men, has reportedly left many rappers too scared to attend. While Diddy maintains a public persona as a womanizer, his private life seems to tell a different story. Those close to him, or who have been privy to his private gatherings, suggest that his interests may not align with his public image, creating an atmosphere of discomfort and fear among those who have been invited to his parties. Diddy's history with romantic relationships, particularly with men, is fraught with rumors and speculation. He has made advances on several rappers who have been decidedly uninterested, showcasing a boldness in expressing his intentions. Publicly, he doesn't shy away from displaying a seductive side towards men. One significant relationship that has garnered attention is with Andre Harrell, the music executive who played a crucial role in launching Diddy's career. While Diddy has always expressed gratitude and admiration for Harrell, there are whispers that their connection may have been more than professional. This speculation has deepened due to the complicated dynamics in Diddy's personal life, especially concerning his ex-wife, Kim Porter. Porter reportedly had suspicions about Diddy's relationship with Harrell, especially after she allegedly contracted an STD from him. In her forthcoming tell-all book, she was set to disclose that she had been a victim of this situation during her time with Diddy, hinting at deeper issues in their relationship. Another notable figure in Diddy's ascent to fame is Clive Davis. Their meeting, often portrayed as innocent and career-boosting, has been clouded by rumors of Davis's interest in sexual relationships with men. Diddy was reportedly not the only young artist to benefit from Davis's mentorship, with reports suggesting that Davis used his position to engage in sexual activities while promising a brighter future to those he mentored. After Diddy's relationship with Davis, he successfully established Bad Boy Records, thanks in part to Davis's financial support. However, darker rumors swirl around the untimely death of Kim Porter. Some suggest that she possessed incriminating video footage of the bizarre and illegal activities occurring at Diddy's parties. If these recordings were ever released, they could threaten to dismantle Diddy's empire and expose a hidden side of the entertainment industry. The combination of romantic entanglements, suspicions, and allegations paints a complex and troubling portrait of Diddy, leaving many to question the true nature of his relationships and the potential consequences they may hold. There are dark whispers surrounding Diddy, suggesting he may have sacrificed Kim Porter to protect his secrets. Few have managed to escape his wild parties unscathed, and even fewer dare to share their experiences. While Hollywood parties are notorious for drugs, alcohol, and sex, Diddy's gatherings reportedly take this to an extreme that even seasoned partygoers find shocking. Despite the multitude of videos from these events, little information leaks to the public, raising suspicions about potentially more sinister activities happening behind closed doors. Fans have speculated that Diddy had to engage in sexual favors with industry power players like Clive Davis to secure his career and establish Bad Boy Records. One tweet even echoed this sentiment, suggesting Davis's reputation as a sex freak might be part of the hidden dynamics of the music industry. While some might dismiss Diddy's personal choices, a growing unease about his impact on both men and women is becoming evident. It's not just speculation about his sexuality that concerns fans. It's the long-standing rumors that he uses his power to manipulate aspiring artists. Allegations have surfaced, claiming he offers lavish gifts and promises to newcomers, only to expect favors in return. This pattern has raised eyebrows among those who question Diddy's motives. Many ambitious individuals seek a contract with Bad Boy Entertainment, fully aware of Diddy's influence in making their dreams a reality. Yet, this comes at a price, leading to allegations that Diddy exploits his position, introducing young men to a lifestyle of luxury that often demands compliance with his darker desires. The implications of these claims reveal a troubling picture of how power dynamics play out in the entertainment industry, leaving many to wonder just how far Diddy has gone to maintain his status and control. In a 2009 interview on Foxhole Radio, rapper Exhibit recounted a peculiar moment involving Diddy. He and former video vixen Karen Steffens were invited to a club by Diddy. Upon arriving, they headed straight to the VIP section, only to find it empty. Opting for a break, they moved to the main lobby and bid farewell to Diddy, who had other plans. As Exhibit and Karen settled in, they soaked in the DJ's beats. Unexpectedly, Karen gestured toward a secluded corner, where Exhibit noticed two men, then pointed out another corner with a lone figure dancing. This spontaneous scene was unlike anything Exhibit had experienced in his nightclub adventures. Viewers speculated whether Diddy's invitation had ulterior motives, considering Exhibit's secure financial status and lack of desperation for a deal. Their relationship seemed purely platonic, with Diddy unable to pressure Exhibit into anything uncomfortable. Similarly, Ja Rule, whose real name is Jeffrey Atkins, has faced a complex relationship with Diddy, marked by allegations of manipulation. Reports suggest that Diddy attempted to exert control over Ja Rule's career and personal life, often involving his then-girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez. Allegedly, Diddy would create situations to encourage Ja Rule to engage with women, only to insert himself into the mix later. This tactic, viewed as manipulative, indicates Diddy's use of relationships to maintain influence over Ja Rule, reflecting a troubling dynamic between the two artists. Gene Deal, a former bodyguard for Diddy, has shared unsettling details about the dynamics surrounding the music mogul. He recounted an incident where he accompanied Diddy to an exotic bookstore in Atlanta. There, Diddy purchased a large collection of adult-themed books, paying with a stack of rolled $100 bills without counting. After leaving, they picked up an upcoming rapper and an unknown woman, then flew to North Carolina for a scheduled show the next day. Upon arriving at their hotel's presidential suite, they were joined by Ja Rule, who had also booked the same room. While guarding the door, Deal encountered a man trying to force his way in, claiming to be Ja Rule's cousin. After Deal intervened and removed the man, Diddy and Ja Rule rushed out, both surprisingly naked and covering themselves with towels. Ja Rule confirmed to Deal that the man was indeed his cousin and warned him, "Cuz, you don't want to go in that room. There is a lot of freaky stuff going on." This incident implied that Diddy, Ja Rule, and the others were engaging in sexual activities, further suggesting Diddy's pattern of using women to lure men into compromising situations. In 2003, Diddy's clothing line, Sean John, also faced serious allegations concerning labor law violations. The National Labor Committee, NLC, a prominent organization advocating for workers' rights, investigated the practices at Southeast Textiles, a factory in Honduras that manufactured a significant portion of Sean John's apparel. Their findings indicated that the factory operated under conditions akin to sweatshop labor, raising ethical concerns and spotlighting broader issues related to labor rights in the fashion industry. The NLC's investigation unveiled distressing details about working conditions at Southeast Textiles. Approximately 80% of the factory's production catered to Sean John's clothing line, while the remaining 20% served Roca Wear, a brand owned by Jay-Z. Workers reported receiving a mere 15 cents per hour for each long-sleeved Sean John t-shirt they produced, a stark contrast to the $40 retail price in the United States. This significant gap highlighted the profit disparity between the brand and the laborers behind its products. The allegations extended beyond low wages, revealing a range of abusive practices that violated workers' rights. Many employees reported being explicitly forbidden from unionizing, a fundamental right under international labor standards. This suppression left them vulnerable, unable to advocate for improved wages or working conditions. Pregnant women faced severe consequences, with reports of them being fired upon disclosing their pregnancy, showcasing a blatant disregard for family and health issues in the workplace. The atmosphere at Southeast Textiles was described as oppressive and intimidating. Supervisors allegedly yelled at workers, fostering a hostile environment that discouraged any complaints. Employees faced strict rules, including prohibitions against looking at one another while working, which dehumanized them and created an atmosphere of fear. Additionally, claims emerged that workers were forced to change their hair color to match the shirts they produced, highlighting the extreme control management exerted over their personal appearance. The factory where Sean John's apparel was produced was described as a heavily guarded compound, encircled by black gates and patrolled by armed guards. This intense security setup indicated a fear of unrest among the workers, possibly due to the oppressive conditions they faced. Reports suggested that employees were subjected to thorough searches upon entering the facility, reinforcing the level of control and surveillance imposed on them. The environment seemed designed to maintain order through intimidation, contributing to an overall sense of unease. In a separate incident in 1999, Sean "Diddy" Combs became involved in a violent altercation with record executive Steve Stoute, stemming from a disagreement over the music video for Nas's song "Hate Me Now." Diddy had made a cameo appearance in the video, but he took issue with a scene in which he was depicted on a cross, symbolically portraying himself in a Christ-like manner. He later demanded the removal of the scene, but felt his request was ignored. Tensions escalated during a meeting between Diddy and Stoute at Interscope Records. Witnesses reported that Diddy, along with several of his associates, physically assaulted Stoute during the discussion. Stoute was knocked to the ground and beaten, describing the attack as a sudden and unexpected escalation from what had initially been a professional conversation. Diddy ultimately faced legal consequences for the incident. He pleaded guilty to harassment and was required to pay Stoute $500,000, which was characterized as management fees in a settlement that helped avoid further legal complications. This incident is often seen as an early example of Diddy's tendency toward violent outbursts when provoked, a trait that would come up again throughout his career. In the same year, rapper Shyne, born Jamal Barrow, became embroiled in a notorious shooting incident at a New York City nightclub involving Sean "Diddy" Combs and his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez. The altercation resulted in 3 bystanders being injured, and Shyne, who was signed to Diddy's Bad Boy Records, ended up taking the blame for the incident. At just 18 years old, Shyne was an aspiring rapper, hoping to make his mother and his home country of Belize proud. However, his ambitions were dramatically altered when he found himself at the center of the nightclub shooting. Shyne claims that Diddy fired a shot into the ceiling, triggering the chaos that led to the injuries of the 3 individuals. Diddy later insisted he acted in self-defense. While Diddy and Lopez were briefly arrested alongside Shine and Diddy's bodyguard, Anthony "Wolf" Jones, the charges against Diddy and Lopez were eventually dropped. Shine, however, was convicted on multiple charges, including criminal possession of a weapon, and sentenced to 10 years in prison. He has expressed the belief that Diddy's legal team used their resources to secure a not guilty verdict for their client, leaving Shine to face the severe consequences alone. This incident highlighted not only the dangerous circumstances surrounding Diddy, but also raised questions about loyalty and accountability in the high-stakes world of hip-hop. Shine has finally broken his silence, accusing Diddy of essentially sending him to prison. He claims that Diddy called witnesses to testify against him, effectively making Shine the fall guy for the nightclub shooting. Shine insists he was defending Diddy, but the mogul turned against him, resulting in a devastating impact on Shine's life and career. After serving nearly a decade behind bars, Shine was released in 2009 and subsequently deported to Belize. Since then, he has reinvented himself as a politician, rising to become the leader of the opposition in the Belize House of Representatives. Despite his success in politics, Shine still harbors resentment toward Diddy for his handling of the 1999 incident and its aftermath. Amidst the swirling rumors and accusations surrounding Diddy, there remains a darker shadow: the unsolved assassination of Tupac Shakur. Could there be a connection between Diddy's recent legal woes and the notorious incident that rocked the music world in 1996?